Hi friends, so welcome to all. In this video we will see how to configure a switch port security. Here we will use a router 2911, also 3 switches 2960, also entity device PCs, we will rename these devices. This is R1, here is S1, S2 and S3, and we will connect these devices using copper straight through G0/0 to S1, G0/1 to S2, G0/2 to S3. Also we will connect these PCs to switches, F0/2 to PC0, F0/2 to PC2, F0/2 to these laptops. Here we connected to only one PC on each switches. So we will do some of the basic configurations on these devices. Coming to S1, CLI, enable configure terminal. We will set the host name as S1. Coming to S2, host name as S2. And coming to S3, host name as S3. Now we will configure on this router R1. Enable configure terminal. We will set the host name as R1. Now we will configure each interface. We will go to the interface G0/0 and we will set the IP address 192.168.1.1 and the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. No shutdown. Also we will go to the interface G0/1 and we will set the IP address 192.168.2.1, the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Now we'll go to the interface G0/2, IP address 192.168.3.1 and the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. No shut. You can verify the details. Show IP interface brief, and here we can see the details. Oh, G0/1 is administratively down, right? So we have to bring it up. Configure terminal interface G0/1, no shutdown, and now we can verify. Before that, we will copy running config, startup config, show IP interface brief, and here we can see the details of each interfaces. Now we will set IP address for these edge devices. Coming to PC0, desktop IP configuration. Here we will set the IP address as 192.168.1.10 and the default gateway is here. Also we will configure this PC, standby PC, PC1, 1.11, then the default gateway. Coming to PC2, desktop IP configuration Here we will give the IP address as a 2.10. Subnet mask. Here is the default gateway. Coming to PC3, desktop IP configuration 2.11. Subnet mask, and here is the default gateway. And coming to laptops, here we will set 3.10. Subnet mask, and here is the default gateway. Coming to laptop 1, desktop IP configuration, so 3.11. Here is the subnet mask and the default gateway. Coming to laptop 2, desktop IP configuration, here we will use a 3.12 subnet mask, and here is the default gateway. Now we will check the connectivity. Coming to PC0, and we will ping to the default gateway. Ping to 192.168.1.1. Here we can see we are getting the replay. We can try to 2.1, also 3.1. We can try from this PC to other network PCs. We'll try from PC0 to PC2. It's 2.10. Here we can see we are getting the replay. Also we can ping to our laptop. It's a 3.10. Here we can see we are getting the replay. Now we are going to configure and verify port security on the switches S1, S2 and S3. We know port security allows us to restrict a port's ingress traffic by limiting the MAC addresses that are allowed to send traffic into the port. First of all, we will do it on the switch S1. Here we can see this device PC0 is connected to the port FA0/2 on this switch S1. Also here we can see the port FA0/1 is connected to this router R1 on this interface G0/0. So on this switch S1 we used only 2 ports. So here what we are going to do, we are going to disable all other unused ports except these 2 ports. Here as a network administrator we have to disable all the unused ports for the better security. Coming to the switch S1, enable configure terminal. You will go to those interfaces which is unused as a range fast Ethernet 0/3 till 24. Also we have 2 gigabit Ethernet ports G0/1 and 2. We are going to shut down these interfaces by giving the command shutdown. Now we will enable port security on this fast Ethernet 0/2. Here before that, by default this port security is disabled. We can verify that by giving this command show port security. Here we can use the interface fast Ethernet 0/2, and here we can see the details. Port security is disabled. Port status secure down should be up. Violation mode, here we can see by default violation mode is shut down. We have 2 more violation mode. We will go through that and we will do it on the other switches. And here we can see maximum MAC addresses. By default it's 1. We can edit this. Total MAC addresses 0. Configured MAC addresses 0. Sticky MAC addresses 0. Security violation count 0. Also here we can give this show command show port security simply, and we can press enter, and here we can see it's not showing anything, so we have to enable port security. So first of all, we are going to enable port security on this interface. Here we can see FA0/2. So we have to go to that interface, configure terminal interface fast Ethernet 0/2, and here we have to give switch port, and here we can see port security related command, port security, and press enter. But here we can see it shows a message, command rejected. Fast Ethernet 0/2 is a dynamic port. Yes, so here one thing we have to keep in mind, when a switch port is in dynamic auto, I mean the administrative mode is in dynamic auto, we cannot configure port security. So we can verify that using the show command. Show interfaces fast Ethernet 0/2 switch port, and here we can see administrative mode is dynamic auto. So actually this administrative mode should be static access, so that we can configure this port security. So first of all, we will configure that switch port mode as access. We'll go to that interface fast Ethernet 0/2, and here we will give a switch port mode as access. Now we will verify show interfaces fast Ethernet 0/2 switch port. Now here we can see administrative mode is static access. So now we can enable port security by giving the command. So before that, we have to go to that interface 0/2, and here we have to give switch port security. Now we will verify the port security by giving the show command. Show port security interface fast Ethernet 0/2, and here we can see the details. Port security is enabled. Port status secure up. Also we can see violation mode, already we have seen all this. Shutdown, maximum MAC address 1, sticky MAC address 0, no violation. Now we are going to configure the MAC address as a sticky on this switch S1, so that the MAC address of this PC0 will be dynamically learned and added to the running configuration of this switch S1. Coming to the switch S1, configure terminal interface fast Ethernet 0/2, and here we are going to give that command switch port security, and here we can see MAC address, secure MAC address. So we are going to give a MAC address, and here we can see sticky, configure dynamic secure addresses as sticky, or we can give a 48-bit MAC address. So here we are going to give as sticky. Now we will check the MAC address of this device PC0 is dynamically learned and added to the running configuration of this switch S1 or not. So coming to S1, so here we will give show port security interface fast Ethernet 0/2, and we will verify last source address. Here we can see it's not showing the MAC address of our PC. We can verify the running configuration, show running config. Here we can see switch port security, MAC address sticky, but here we cannot see the MAC address of this PC0. So what we will do here, we will ping from PC0 to R1. Coming to PC0, command prompt, and here we are going to give a ping to the default gateway or to any other PCs, 192.168.1.1. Now we will come back to our switch S1, and here we will give show port security interface fast Ethernet 0/2, and here we can see last source address. Here we can see the MAC address, should be the MAC address of our PC0. Also we can give the command show running config, and here we can see switch port security MAC address sticky. It's learned dynamically. Now this PC0 MAC address is dynamically learned and added to the running configuration on the switch ES1. But we have to verify this MAC address. Coming to PC0 command prompt, here we will give ipconfig /all so that we can see the MAC address of this PC0. Here we can verify that. Here is the physical address 0090. We'll keep it a little closer. We can verify 0C51CE24. Yes, it's the MAC address of PC0. So now this PC0 is the PC which is allowed to connect to this port FA0/2 on this switch ES1. No other PCs are allowed to connect to this interface. Now what we are going to do, we are going to violate the rule. We are going to connect this PC1 to this port on this switch ES1. Right, so we are going to remove from PC0 and we are going to connect to PC1. But here we can see this interface is the link between this PC1 and S1 is up. Here we can give the command show running config, and here we can verify. Here it shows the MAC address of PC0. So what we will do, we will give a ping from PC1 to R1. So we can see the changes here. Command prompt ping to 192.168.1.1, and just after pressing enter we can see the changes here. See what happened? The link become down. We were trying to communicate from PC1 to this router R1, but this PC1 is not allowed to connect to this port. Only PC0 is allowed to connect to this port. That means the PC with this MAC address. We can see the MAC address of this PC1. Here we can see it's different one. Now we will come back to S1 and we will give the show command here. Show port security interface fast ethernet 0/2, and we will see the details. Port security is enabled. Here we can see port status secure shutdown. Also we can see maximum MAC addresses, it was 1. Total MAC addresses, it's 1. Sticky MAC address is 1. And here we can see last source address. Here is the MAC address of this PC, that is PC1, what we connected now. And here we can see security violation count 1. Also we can verify using the show command to show interfaces fast ethernet 0/2, and here we can see the message fast ethernet 0/2 is down, line protocol is down, and here we can see it shows error disabled. Whenever the violation mode is in shutdown and whenever we violate this security, here it shows this error disabled message. Now how we will restore this problem? We are going to reconnect back to PC0 from PC1. We will connect to PC0 and still we can see the link between this PC0 and S1 is down. Coming to S1, here we are going to give show interfaces fast ethernet 0/2, and here we have seen this fast ethernet 0/2 is down, line protocol also down, and here we can see error disabled. Show IP interface brief, and we can check the details. So here is that FA0/2, and here we can see status is down, also protocol down. Here we will go to that interface fast Ethernet 0/2, and here we will try to give a no-shut command, and here we can see still this interface FA0/2 changed state to down. So how we will bring this link up? So here what we have to do, we have to shut down this interface first. So we are going to give shutdown option here. Now we can see interface fast Ethernet 0/2 changed state to administratively down. So we made manually down. Now we are going to give no shut command. So once we press enter, here we can see the changes. Now we can see the link between PC0 and S1 is up. Now we will verify port security on the switch S1 by giving this show command, show port security interface fast Ethernet 0/2, and now we can see the details here. Port security is enabled, violation mode is shut down. Okay, and here we can see security violation count is now 0. Now we are going to configure this port security on the switch S2. Coming to the switch S2, CLI, enable configure terminal. Here we can see we used 2 ports here, FA0/1 and FA0/2. So we will shut down all other interfaces which are unused. So we will go to those interfaces as a range, fast Ethernet 0/3 till 24, also G0/1 and 2. We will shut down it. Now we are going to configure the port security on the switch S2. Coming to S2, here we can configure for these 2 interfaces, that is FA0/1 and FA0/2. Here I am going to configure only for this interface FA0/2. Configure terminal. We will go to that interface fast Ethernet 0/2, and here we cannot give directly switch port security for enabling this port security, because we know that all the switch port are in a dynamic auto by default. So we have to make us static access. So for that we have to give the command switch port mode as access. Now we can enable this port security by giving this command switch port security, and we can verify that. Do show port security interface fast Ethernet 0/2, and here we can see the details. Port security is enabled, port status secure up, and here we can see the violation mode is a shutdown. Here we will change this violation mode as restrict, and here we can see maximum MAC addresses. By default it's 1, total MAC addresses it's 0, configured MAC addresses it's 0, sticky MAC addresses 0. So here what we are going to do, we are going to configure the MAC address here, so that we will get this configured MAC address 1. Here in this topology, here we can see the authorized PC to connect to this port, to this FA0/2 is PC2. So we will get the MAC address of PC2. Coming to command prompt, here we will give ipconfig/all, and here we can see physical address. So we will copy this MAC address, and coming back to S2, and we will configure this MAC address here. Switch port security, here we can see MAC address, Here we can give either 48-bit MAC address or sticky. So the sticky already we configured. Here we are going to give this a 48-bit MAC address. That means the MAC address of this PC2. This is the authorized PC to connect to this port. So here is the MAC address what we copied, and we are going to press enter. Now we will verify the configuration here by giving this command do show port security interface fast ethernet 0/2, and here we can see the details. Maximum MAC address 1, total MAC addresses 1, and here we can see configured MAC addresses, it's 1. Also we can verify do show running config, and here we can see the details, switch port security, MAC address. So this is the MAC address what we configured. Now we will configure the violation mode as a restrict. So by default we know that it's in shutdown mode. So here we are going to give a switch port security. Here we have violation. So here we can see restrict. We are going to give a restrict. And now we can verify show port security interface fast ethernet 0/2, and here we can see violation mode is now a restrict. So we can give show running config, and here we can see the details. Here we will check the connectivity from this PC2 to any other device or to this router. Coming to PC2 command prompt, and we will ping to 192.168.2.1. Here we can see we are getting the replay, or even we can ping to 1.10, and we are waiting for the replay. Here we can see we are getting the replay. Now what we are going to do, we are going to violate the security. So here we are going to connect this port to other PC. So we are going to remove from PC2, and we are going to configure to this PC3. Right, so we will ping from this PC3 to any device or to this router. Coming to PC3 desktop command prompt, ping to 192.168. We will give 2.1. Here we are waiting for the replay. Request timed out. Here we can see violation occurred and packets are dropped from this unknown source. Here we can see this link between S2 and PC3 is still up, but we are unable to communicate to the other devices. So coming to S2, we will verify show port security interface fast ethernet 0/2, and here we can see port status. Here we can see security violation count. It shows 4. Because here we can see we sent 4 requests, so it shows here 4 security violation count. Now we will connect back to our authorized PC, that is PC2, and we will verify the connectivity from this PC2. Here we can see now it's successful. Now we will configure port security on this switch S3. So before that we will shut down all the unused ports. So here we used FA0/1 and FA0/2. Enable configure terminal interface range fast ethernet 0/3 till 24. Also G0/1 and 2. Shutdown. Now we are going to apply port security for this interface FA0/2, or even we can implement for these two ports including FA0/1. So here what we will do, we'll go to those interfaces as a range fast Ethernet 0/1 and 2. So here switch port mode as access, switch port security. Now we will configure individual port here. So we will go to the interface fast Ethernet 0/1, and here we will give a MAC address as a sticky, switch port security, MAC address as a sticky. Also we will change the violation mode here, switch port security, violation, here we will give a protect. Now we will go to the interface fast Ethernet 0/2. First of all, here we are going to set the maximum as 2, so that here two device can access this port on this switch S3. I mean the interface, the port FA0/2. Coming to that configuration, we have to give a switch port security, and here we can see max secure addresses. So here we are going to give a maximum as a 2. Now we will give here the show command, show port security interface fast Ethernet 0/2, and here we can see the details. Some maximum MAC addresses 2, total MAC addresses 0, configured MAC addresses 0, security violation, and also we can see violation mode is in shutdown. So again we will go to that interface fast Ethernet 0/2, and here we are going to give switch port security, MAC address as a sticky. It's priority we given, so here is port security. Here we have a MAC address, we will give as a sticky. Also we will change the violation here, switch port security, violation as we will give protect. Copy running config, startup config. What's more, we will give your show command, show port security interface fast Ethernet 0/2, and here we can see violation mode is a protect, sticky MAC address is 0. So here we will send a message from this to this router, ping to 192.168.3.1, and here we are getting the replay. Coming back to S3, and here we are going to give this show command, and here we can see total MAC addresses 1, sticky MAC addresses 1. Show running config, and here we can see that address. Now what we are going to do, we are going to permit one more PC to connect to this port, because here we given the maximum as 2. So here we are going to connect to this laptop 1 to the same port, that is FA0/2. So these two laptops are allowed to connect to this port, laptop 0 and laptop 1. And here once more we will give that show command. Still here we can see sticky MAC addresses 1. So what we will do, we will send a message from laptop 1 to the router, ping to 192.168.3.1, and coming back to S3, show port security interface fast Ethernet 0/2. Now here we can see total MAC addresses, now it's 2, sticky MAC addresses 2, because we given first laptop 0, now we given laptop 1. Both we can see show running config, And here we can see that both laptop 0 and laptop 1 MAC address. Now we are going to violate the security. We are going to connect to other laptop. Here is laptop 2. We'll give the show command here. Security violation count is still 0. So here we will give a ping 192.168.3.1 and we are waiting for the replay. Here we can see violation occurred. Coming to the switch ES3. Again here we will give this a show command. And here we can see it shows still this security violation count 0, but we unable to communicate from this laptop to any other devices. Even we can try from laptop 2 to PC 2, it's failed. From laptop 2 to PC 0, it's failed. Here one thing we have to keep in mind, when we configure this violation mode as a protect and violate the rule, the security violation count won't be changed. I mean, it won't be incremented. So it will be incremented whenever we configure this mode, I mean this violation mode as a restrict. Now we will connect back to our allowed laptops. We will connect back to laptop 1 and we will verify the communication from laptop 1 to PC 2. It's failed. Here we can see it succeeded. Once more we will try. Here we can see now it's successful. And here we can see security violation count 0. Also we can connect to laptop 0 and we can verify the connectivity. Succeeded. It succeeded. Well, in this video we have seen how to configure port security. Friends, if you have any doubt in this configuration of port security, please comment below. Also, if you like my video, give a thumb and share with your friends. And if you like to get this type of videos, consider subscribing. Thank you.